made my wish upon that star. The only dream of which my list consists is to always be wherever you are. This year there will be no praying for the snow to fall. It would not make a difference to me at all. No, I'm not wasting any dreams. This Christmas I've made my wish and it came true.
Camera's on its last legs and I haven't even had it that long. Oh, let me look at least a little bit awake. So let me use my little secret weapon. There we go. Don't you flip over on me. Okay. Good morning. No, it's definitely not morning. The time is 3:30 and I'm leaving in 45 minutes because this evening is the Prince's Trust Carol concert, and you'll know that the Prince's Trust is a charity that I am incredibly passionate about, and I have been for a few years, but I think that it's been one of those things that I've just been really lucky enough to be a part of. I did a lot of things with them when I was signed to L'Oreal, but recently I've kind of reconnected with them in that capacity, and it's really like such a special thing to be able to attend the Carol concert for me anyway. I have been counting down the days to this because not only do I get to help support the Prince's Trust, which basically the Prince's Trust helps get 11 to 30-year-olds, helps them get them into work, helps them start businesses, build confidence, there's workshops, there's lots of different ways that they support the youth in this country. Incredible work, and I've spoken to so many of my followers that the Prince's Trust has actually helped support, whether that's through their grants, offering them the ability to start their own businesses, mentoring sessions, things like that. It is honestly doing so much for the youth of this country, and it's a really special charity, and I think it's often misunderstood because it's called the Prince's Trust, etc. And actually that's not it at all. All of the carols, all of the singing, I've been warming up my vocal cords in preparation to hopefully help, you know, they're going to be waiting for my theatrical debut, I know, to hopefully help raise that money as well. So really looking forward to it. The good news is as well, is it will be broadcast on Classic FM on the 23rd of December if you want to listen to the concert. So if you want to hear me singing, because I will be doing my best to sing, I might even take my little jar from the kitchen, no, I'm joking. If you wanted to listen to it, it will be on Classic FM and it will be broadcast there. I'll pop the details in the description box down below so you can tune in, because I'm sure it will get you in the festive spirit. I have not washed my hair for what feels like 1,000 years, and I just didn't have the energy today, to be perfectly honest. We didn't actually have that much of a late night last night, but what we did was we stayed up late when we got home, and that was our error. I think sometimes you can sort of be on almost like adrenaline after events, not like bad adrenaline. We had the loveliest time, but it was just, we were just, I think, excited or overexcited. So yeah, we just couldn't get to sleep. We were just talking and chatting about things. I think obviously my podcast with Grace went live as well, and so that was obviously like an experience, and I was riding the waves of that, and just seeing the amazing support for it has really sort of floored me. I don't want to get too gushy with it, but I'm really grateful for how much support I was shown on all of the social media posts about it. It was a very vulnerable thing for me to do. I don't really do it, and then to talk about the things that I did, but it is that a lot of those things are things that I do want to continue talking about as well. I think for me, most importantly, speaking a little bit about what we discussed on the podcast when it comes to women in business, women having the ability to discuss their successes and that be like okay, and not something that people find stifling, not something that other women find stifling, because honestly, I know we can get caught in that kind of women supporting women thing, and I'm not sure that's always the thing. I mean, I'm very much like, if I'm not supportive of it, I just don't need to be negative about it. For me, that I don't think that helps, but that's me, that's my opinion, because everybody's different, and some things that I maybe don't think are great, other people think are great, so that's where I try to navigate things. But what I do think is that we as women should be comfortable with women talking about certain things, including business success, wealth, money, in the same vein that men do. And I really find it like probably one of the most hard things when I see other women finding it difficult to witness another woman's success. And like I said, I'm not expecting us all to be rooting for each other, but I do think that there is the ability for us to just let it happen if it is happening. If it doesn't sit well with you, it's just not for you. And so that's one of the things I do kind of want to just explore talking about a little bit, whether that's on other podcasts or whether that's, I don't know, YouTube videos, my own podcast, who knows. But yeah, so I think that's probably what was contributing to my excitement. So I think I'm going to put my hair up because it needs to be washed, and I've got all of my like stick stuff in it. And I think I'm going to be wearing a very, very special coat for the occasion. It is my Laura Green dress coat because it looks like it's going to be quite cold. It's held at the spectacular St Paul's Cathedral, which I don't think I've ever been to. I went to a Prince's Trust event a number of years ago at St James's Palace, and I don't think I've ever been to St Paul's. Like, I've been outside, I've never been in. So, anywho, I'm gonna get myself ready, and I'm liking my makeup. It's making me look like I didn't have a late night, so that's great. But let's get ready for the evening. Oh, you can't really see my outfit because it's so dark in here. Oh my goodness. In fact, let me get you a little bit of a light and a quick outfit check with my trusty light. There we go. I'm wearing my Laura Green dress coat. I've got a cashmere dress underneath. I've also got Louboutin boots, bag, hair in a bun, Arvel bow, and I think that's it. We're ready to go. So let's go get in the car. Guess where we made it to? London.
I think this is like deja vu. I think it was at this exact point yesterday as well.
Yeah, I get in the taxi and that is my safe spot to vlog, basically, because I'm never very comfortable with vlogging on the streets. But we are en route to St Paul's Cathedral. Now, we cannot film inside the cathedral, so I know I'm not gonna be able to show you anything. And you know, I always say it, old Lydia would have done it. She totally would have done it. However, I'm now at a point in my career where if I do, people report me. So it's not that I won't do it on the slide, because I absolutely would, but I get into trouble and I'm just not willing to do it anymore. So you guys lose out on that, which I feel really sad for, but I'll tell you all about it. I promise. Also, obviously still wearing my Laura Green dress coat, and I was actually a little bit worried that I was going to be too... Oh, I actually haven't done the buttons up properly. I need to do the collar up. I was worried I was going to be...
Collar.
Yeah, it's a very, very big...
It's a spear, arrow spear. It's
arrow.
The conversation we had the other day as well.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to Google what it actually is?
Yeah, I do know because I ordered one the other day.
Oh, it's got a popper, that's what it is. I need to do my collar up. Yes, so I'm wearing my Laura Green dress coat, and the last time I wore it, I was roasting. I put a cashmere dress underneath it then, and I was roasting. However, it is actually quite cold in London, so I think it's going to be cold in St Paul's Cathedral. Like I said, never been there. There will be people that...
Spear point
collar, which is actually a very distinctive design detail of Laura's creation. She has a lot of these collars on her. Spear point collar. And I actually have, excitingly, a box that arrived from Laura Green today to open with you tomorrow. I was going to do it before we left, but I didn't get enough time. So, heading there now. We're both expecting to be out about 8 PM so that we can grab some food on the way home, and hopefully shouldn't be too much of a late night, but is going to get us very much in the festive spirit.
Yeah.
Exciting?
I'm going to try and give a little bit more tonight.
Your vocals. You've been warming. I've been warming mine up. Mine up. I've been warming
Sounds
mine
like
up.
it.
Yeah. I said that in fact that they're probably going to want to tune in to the Classic FM recording of the carol concert
On the 23rd.
On the 23rd, just so that they can hear me, because I am going to give it my best when it comes to the carol service.
I'd like to hear it.
Because we're getting quite good at it now, aren't we?
Third one?
Yeah, we never did carols, and I know that's something that Carrie and her family.
We did go to Canterbury last year.
That's what I mean.
Really enjoyed, and I think that was maybe what
set off the love affair. But Carrie and her family do it every year, and I was always a bit like, no, I'm not really into that. It reminds me of like school hymns. But when we went on the Belmont Pullman last year with friends, we went to the Canterbury Christmas carols. If you haven't done the Canterbury Christmas carols, it is amazing. It is like in the most incredible room, all by candlelight, all just, oh, so festive. And we had a great time. So when we were obviously asked to go to the Katie Piper one, we were like absolutely there with bells on, and it actually ended up being such an incredibly inspiring night, and I expect tonight to be just as wonderful. So yes, very much looking forward to it.
About you, about us, as I do this time of the
We have just arrived at the cathedral. They light it up so nicely, don't they?
It's so beautiful. I've never been at night.
I know. It's spectacular. We've got the Crimbo tree as well. It's all going on
I
tonight.
remember me being with you. Was that just a dream that never came true? I am sitting here sinking.
Well, the carol concert has just finished, and it was honestly spectacular. I'm very, very hungry, so what I think I'm going to do is go and find some food, head home and tell you all about it when we get back.
I think the hardest thing
Was not clapping.
was not clapping.
Yeah.
Every
Oh my
time
god.
they insist.
We was literally like a wait till the end to clap, and we were like,
Whether it was like somebody speaking or whether it was like quiet, it was just so difficult
Yes.
to not clap every time.
oh my gosh. Good morning, everyone. Dear me, it is going to be a little bit more makeup today. By the way, I want to say, this isn't, I actually don't think what I'm doing at the moment is particularly tiring. I should actually explain why I look so tired at the moment, although you're always very kind and you always say, Lydia, whenever you say you look bleary-eyed and tired, you don't, and I actually agree with you. I think it's like a weird feeling. I don't know if I'm the only person that gets this. Like, sometimes your eyes just feel a bit like, but actually they're not, but it's really strange. I can't really explain it. But anyway, I have obviously been going out in the evenings, but we've been really good. We've not been drinking. We've been making sure that we're leaving in good time. Yesterday was a bit of a funny one though, because we thought we'd get food after the carol service at St. Paul's. But when we got to Euston, we were just gonna grab like a Leon or something like that and go and eat it in the lounge, but everything was closed. So we went to the Nando's there, and I have to say, I think when we walked in, there was like some kind of altercation happening, and it was quite scary. Anyway, not the point of my story, but at the moment, Lumi is having a bit of a funny moment. I often have to get up in the night to feed Lumi and let her out, which I've kind of got used to. But at the moment, she's just not sleeping. And she is running riot in our room. Last night she brought in a mouse, she's jumping up the walls, she's jumping everywhere on us, she's scratching me. She's not been herself, but she's eating her food, she's purring. Yeah, so that's why today I've woken up and I'm like, I slept until about 10 o'clock. because I just didn't feel like I was getting any sleep. And this is a day when we're at home. However, I am shooting a little something with Fairfax and Favour today. This is my last campaign of 2020, what year are we in? 2023. However, I am on the cusp of what appears to be the most epic breakout that I think I've ever had. I've got a blemish here, 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 here. I never, like, I usually just get one big one, but today I think it's probably the lack of sleep. So I'm not feeling like my most shiniest self. But however, last night was spectacular. So there were readings from Joanna Lumley, Sir Anthony Robinson. There was supposed to be readings from Benedict Cumberbatch and Richard E. Grant, but they weren't there. So people did it in their place. But the choir, the London Youth Choir, oh my goodness, they sung one of Jamie Cullum's songs whilst he played the piano. It was one of the most, like, I got goosebumps all over me. And it's so wonderful to be part of events like that obviously they have put on one hell of a show, but it's all in the name of helping disadvantaged young people. And I think that getting so many people together so that they have fun, I think that's the key with these things, because I often see comments when I attend these things, and it does make sense that, you know, what if they put all of the money that they do for the events? I don't know how much these things cost. I know it takes a lot of work, and the girls at the Prince's Trust work incredibly hard on these things. I'm talking about the girls that I know. I haven't met any of the gentlemen that work there. The reason why I think it's such a clever thing to do it that way is that when you get people together and they have fun, it becomes a lot easier to be more giving and to get people together. Like, you're not going to want to go and to give and all of those things if it's like quite a horrible experience. So if you create something that creates emotion and joy and happiness, people want to spread that. And so that's what happens when these carol concerts happen. And like I said, the Prince's Trust were aiming to raise 300,000 on the night. I'm sure they will do that. I donated on the evening. They send a little thingy round. And yeah, it was just an incredible opportunity to be there, and for such an incredible cause. For those of you that don't know what St Paul's Cathedral is, obviously I would have shown you the pictures of the outside, the how spectacular it is. I actually had never seen it at night time, and I think arguably it's almost more magical, especially at Christmas at night time. So if you're ever coming to the UK to visit, I would definitely suggest coming at this time of year. However, some very, very famous things have happened there. First of all, Martin Luther King has delivered a sermon there, which I think is pretty spectacular. The suffragettes, I believe, actually plotted to blow up a part of St Paul's Cathedral, and they also have this thing called the Whispering Gallery. Now, I don't know if you remember when I went to Ballyfin, but they had a room that was the Whispering Room, and it's something to do with the acoustics of a room and how you're able to create the ability to stand on one side and whisper very, very gently, and it be heard in full clarity as if the person is stood next to you on the other side of the room. So it's really, really quite wonderful, and it is one of 4 cathedrals that have actually stood in that spot as well. And it is just quite a special building. So I would say that if you ever get to go to the Prince's Trust Carol concert, they do, I believe, sell tickets. I was there with the Prince's Trust, which is an incredible honour. Like I said, I was there with Emily Canham, and it was just wonderful. But do go, because it is so festive. We had a candlelit service to begin with, so everybody, the hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people that were there, were all given candles as they entered, and they were lit. I honestly thought, I was like, how is nobody getting like burnt or anything? I was worried about people's hair and things like that, but it was really, really well done and flawlessly executed. Like I said, I didn't film. I did see that other people were filming whilst they were in there. Like I said yesterday, I've just learned, it's so sad, because I'd love to be able to take you guys on these things, but I just don't want to risk it anymore, because I never want to like upset anyone. It's purely just because magical moments in my life I really love sharing with you guys. I always have done. I've shared my life for however long, so I just get into this moment where, you know, I think, oh my gosh, you would love to see this, and this would be something that you guys would love to do, and I film, and then I get myself into trouble. First of all, that's not my intention ever with these things. I'm purely thinking about the people that would want to see it, but then I also understand that there are people that maybe don't want to see it, or I genuinely, I don't know, but more than anything, I think it's safer for me when I'm told no filming. I just obviously abide by that, which makes perfect sense. So yeah, sad though, because when all the candles were lit, oh, I was like, you guys will love this. Anyway, so today I'm getting myself all ready and set for shooting, and then I'm hopefully just going to have a little bit of a cozy evening with the dogs, because I've felt like the world's worst mum when it comes to the sausage dogs, because we've had obviously people looking after them, looking after the house whilst we're out and about, and I genuinely feel so terrible for leaving them. So yes, that I'm going to get myself ready. Hopefully we start looking a little bit more awake, and yeah. Oh my gosh. I tell you what, I owe a lot to this eye makeup look. It has definitely solved everything when I've had these sleepless nights with Lumi, because wearing more eye makeup I think always just saves the day. I obviously prefer to wear something a little bit more natural, but I've actually been having so much fun like playing around with makeup, and what I've realised is if I put a layer of the MANOLO lighter on my eyelids before I put any eyeshadow on it, it helps massively. So I've got the actually no, I've not put the lid elixir on today because this isn't a nighttime look. So what I've gone for is my Victoria Beckham bronzing brick in shade 03, and I've used the darker shade on my eyes to begin with. That was a trick I learned from Jacinta Spencer. I just love her makeup so much, and she was like, I always warm up a smoky eye with my bronzer, so that is what I do. And then I go in with the Vive the Essentials palette, and I use shade Lava Rock, which is this warm brown here, and then I use the Victoria Beckham pencil in Cacao, and I just find that that is a really nice warm brown for in your waterline to give it that smoky dramatic look, and also hide a multitude of sins, which is really good. I just think it makes me look a little bit better. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So now it's time for mascara. I've got my lips on, which very, very happy about. So mascara, then I'm gonna do my hair. I haven't washed it yet. So tonight I'm gonna do a hair mask and then wash it in the morning, because we have dinner with our friends from Monaco. We're going back to cut, and I'm so excited. So yes, Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. Right, I'm getting dressed to go and shoot, and I'm wearing this beautiful MPL scarf. This has been one of the best scarves that I've worn this season because it's just such a great colour. I'm just showing you how I do my favourite little scarf knot. So I always have to remember, so you go, so basically you take your longest section like this. I always get it a few little centimetres longer, and I take it over the top of the smaller section. I then pop it through like so, fold it over as like sort of properly as I can be and as nicely, and then I kind of spread it out like that because I'm going to be wearing a nice coat from Fairfax and Favour over the top. I want the scarf to fill the space between the two lapels. So, ooh, do you do it with Brie? Oh, so if you bought my book, we had the posh bacon butty from like one of our Mill and Gordon traditional Christmas treats. However, this year, leftover turkey, brie, and cranberry juice. But cranberry sauce. But you can also do the brie in the bacon butty, and it gives it a creamier. Oh, so good. Maybe we'll do brie this year.
Yeah.
Did you keep the skin on?
No.
You did.
I didn't. What, on the brie?
Yeah.
Just one little bit on the end. But like, I'll cut it off, otherwise it just turns into like a little blubber.
Mm.
Do you remember that film, Flubber?
Mm.
A bit like that.
Mm.
Nice?
Mm.
Good.
Sorry, I'm having my lunch on the go, but then you pop on the Victoria coat from Fairfax and Favour in the navy blue with this colour, and with that little, oh, it just looks so intentional, which is what I love about fashion, when something looks really intentional. And then obviously you pop the belt over the top. Oh, maybe I'm gonna do it. No, because I think they'll want me to have it done up properly. I just like it when it sort of splays a little bit more at the bottom. But for the images, I'm going to wear it like this. And I love that little pop of cranberry at the top, like so. So that sits like that. And then you obviously get the Buckingham bag that goes really well with the cranberry scarf, and then the Regina boots. So I'm gonna get these, get myself dressed and finish my sandwich, and then head to do some shooting. Well, I'm back from shooting, and thankfully we got some images that feel like a little bit different, but we ended up shooting inside. We might actually go back in the dark and shoot some bits and pieces that I recently got, and I thought I could show you it quickly. But what I'll do is I'll show you the dress at the end. I did do a TikTok on it, but the TikTok is, well, I can link the TikTok, but I thought just in case you guys hadn't shown it, I could style it up and show you here. But I basically did a really big order of dresses. I'm still waiting for 2 orders to arrive. One was coming from Italy and the other one was coming from Germany. And postage at this time of the year, blimmin' nightmare, but one has arrived and there's 3 dresses in there, so I thought I'd try those on with you because I feel like I've first of all been wearing a lot of black, which I am still aiming to do. I feel like black has been a really big colour in my wardrobe for winter, and I felt really chic, really comfortable, and also it's given me lots of options. I've been able to style the same things up differently, but I have also, I think, worn quite a lot of the same outfits, which is what I love. But there are certain times where I want to feel quite special, and there are some of my dresses from my Cara Millen collection I still haven't managed to get tailored, and I'm gutted. This wonderful lady was wearing my green rose print dress and I'm like, it just doesn't fit me yet. So I've ordered stuff to my house. Anyway, I've got 3 dresses to try on with you now. Actually, no, I've got 4 because one from Laura Green arrived today. Now this one is more of like a spring summer, but I thought big dress, like festive dress try on haul. And this is one thing where I think I really excel because I'm able to get and find, like I wait and I found so many good dresses that are in the sale. They're still expensive, I know that, but for me, I like buying these more like heirloom pieces. Sometimes you'll get one where you do just want to buy it at full price because it's really special and you can see its versatility. DIOR velvet dress. But sometimes I just really like getting those high-end designers a bit cheaper, whether I can get them secondhand, which I find dress shopping really difficult secondhand because people take such terrible photos, but also like in the sales, and I've got some really good ones coming, but let's try these ones on anyway. Okie dokie, first up, I think there's 2 dresses in here, goodness me. So I'm loving black velvet at the moment, and I'm looking at the moment for a dress for the Christmas party. And I have this one from Alexandre Voltaire. I've never bought anything from this brand, but I thought this was quite cute. I was trying to get my hands on the Nadine Marabi, is it Kirsty dress, or I can't remember, but it was so nice, and I didn't get it because I was in the Carol service. And then this is a Zimmermann one, but I actually feel like this is a bit more daytime. So I'm not too sure about this one, to be honest. But this feels really festive, nice and ruffly and velvet. Maybe not so sparkly, but I can add the sparkles from jewellery. So I'm going to try this one on first, because this is one of the most expensive ones, and see how it looks. Okay, let me drop you down, because I'm not too sure about this one. It feels a little bit edgy for me. I felt really lovely wearing my Saint Laurent dress again, this is black velvet. I feel like maybe the shoulders are a little bit too like shapely. It's obviously got this like taffeta silk skirt. It fits really nicely on the bust. I'm not able to do it up because it's quite restricted. That's about as high as I can get my arms, which this was more of a spenny option. And all these ruffles in the right place. Takes some teasing for sure. I do quite like it though. I like the way it fits. The bum needs some teasing. Great for girls that don't have big bums because it sort of creates that shape. I'm not too sure. If I pop some shoes on, oh my gosh, it's so tight around the bottom and I don't have a bottom. It is quite cute with these shoes on. I'm not sure if it's my best look, to be honest. I'll link it down below, but I'm not sure it's like... I need Ali to come and do the backup for me. Yeah, I think he's in the garden. Oh, there he is. Let me see how it feels when he does it up. Well, Mr. Millen Gordon has said no, so I'm hoping that all of you guys are going to say no, because he says it looks a bit odd, and he can see up my bottom and he can see the tops of my tights. So I don't know, you know, I kind of like it in some aspects. I don't think it's tight enough on my waist for me. Anyway, let's try on the other one. I don't even know if I'm going to try, I don't think I'm going to try on the Zimmermann one because it feels too summery. Oh dear. Okay, this one is Simkai, but I feel like maybe the length isn't right on me, and it's also maybe not as fitted. I'm not sure about the sleeves. Let me try it with my Dior belt. Just taking the Dior belt from my gown, because that could make it feel a little bit more me. Oh, I do quite like it with the velvet belt. That feels a bit more sort of elegant. I popped it with some plain black shoes, but I suppose I could go for something else. I love how sparkly it is. Like, this is a real sparkle fest. The sleeves are just a bit strange, you know, when you're like, I just wish the sleeves were like that. I don't know why they made them like fluted like that. But I don't know if this high neck is what I want for the Christmas party. I'm not too sure. It's good for, like, I want to be festive, but I also want to be warm. Let's get Mr. Millen Gordon's verdict. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, it's more elegant, I think.
What do you think about the sleeves though?
What's wrong with them? A bit long.
Well, they're quite long, yeah, and they're like a bit fluted.
Comfort then, is that what?
Comfort, it's really comfortable. It feels a bit like high on the neck. Could you do it up at the back for me?
The weather's turning.
Yeah.
The chickens are back in our beds, but it's Christmas, so I'm going to have a whole new planting plan after these.
I know.
Chickens. But it's worth it for the eggs. They give us a lot. They give me breakfast every day. Yeah, it fits really nicely around the
I've added the belt.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it needs the belt, doesn't it?
It's a bit of you.
Yeah, I quite like this. I might.
It is really nice. The only thing I would say is if the sleeves, so if you're eating dinner, the sleeves may droop into the gravy, and then, but is that comfortable?
Well, if I put...
Can you feel those inside the sleeve?
No.
You could put black hairbands.
Yeah.
To hold it up.
I'm going to try it with black hairbands upstairs and see what I think. Because that feels a little bit more like...
Looks nice rolled up.
Yeah.
It's just if it's comfortable.
Always need your husband's approval. Pardon? They are weapons of mass destruction. Look at them. Absolute hooligans. I can see you, Jemima. Look at them scooting their little bottoms. Honestly, they're so much fun. Okay, so we have an option in this one, and I think I might keep this because this is a good one, even because we've got quite a few events. So tomorrow we are going to dinner at Cut, so this could be good for dinner at Cut, to be fair, because I feel really festive in it, but I still feel like I look nice. Yeah, so maybe I'll keep this one. I need some velvet shoes. Do we go sparkle on the shoes as well? That is the question. How much sparkle is too much sparkle? I feel like that's too much sparkle. I don't feel like this goes. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one because I like how festive it is. I'm just gonna roll the sleeves up, I think. But I love it with the velvet belt. And I don't think I would need a necklace necessarily with it. Could go for just some nice earrings or something. Okay. Those are the first two dresses. Okay, this box is from Laura Green, and if you haven't heard of Laura Green, I feel like, well, you will have done if you watch my vlogs regularly, because I went to one of her styling sort of suites that she does. Clients are able to come and try things on from the comfort of one of the suites at the Mandarin Oriental, and it's such a unique experience to be able to experience products in such a personalised way. And this was one dress of hers that I wanted to buy, and it went into a sale. That's how I got her previous, oh my gosh. So this one I'm saving. This is for summer. Oh my gosh, it is exquisite. Oh my goodness me. So basically what she does, she gives a real modern, feminine take to women's tailoring and women's occasion wear, and also that sort of more formal bridal, mother of the bride type of approach. She has a real sort of modern take towards that. So the coat that I was wearing to the Prince's Trust Carol concert, that is Laura Green. This dress, I'm saving it for spring summer, it's another heirloom. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. This feels like a wedding dress. Oh no. I have to try this on. It is like nothing I have ever held. Oh my word. Oh my goodness, you're gonna have to ignore the fact that I have kept my crop top on underneath because it is cold. So please ignore my crop top sticking up at the back, but the back is arguably even more spectacular than the front, and the shoulders on this are exquisite. The movement, the weight in the skirt, obviously my tights are killing the vibe, but it is winter. Imagine this in summer with a matching hat or headpiece for events, garden parties. This is truly an heirloom piece, and I love the blue. I think the blue is really complementary, I'm just going to say myself, to the eye colour. Thank you so much to Laura and her incredible team for just letting me get more acquainted with the brand, because it's a brand that I'm very passionate about, and oh, gorgeous.
Soggy, soggy, soggy puppies. Soggy, soggy, soggy puppies. I don't know if the Soggy Puppy song is a YouTube sort of copyright track, but I hopefully won't get a copyright claim. I am out this morning and my face is like so frozen, and it's not from Botox. It's so frozen because it's like this weird cold today where it's like damp cold. It's not like the festive sparkly cold, not at all. So I'm out with the dogs, and I have to be honest, we have not got out enough this year. Come on Porty, daddy's not coming. Basically Ali is shooting a campaign this morning, and I was just having a little cameo in it whilst also doing a dog walk. Come on Porter. Porter does not like leaving any man behind. Come on my love. So we're on a solo dog walk this morning, and we are T-minus a few days until Christmas time. Breaking up for Christmas anyway, which is exciting. If you remember those tiny baby turnips, they're not such tiny baby turnips anymore. Look at that whopper. It's definitely going to be bath time when we get home. They are absolutely caked, and it is a very cold and miserable day. Shouldn't say the word miserable, I know better than that, but I do have to be honest, it has been some strange weather this year. You know, as much as I like to think that I'm a country girl with my country dogs, sausage dogs are notorious for being very weather dependent country dogs. And with the weather that we've had, we've been waking up many mornings when it's supposed to be dog walks and realising, I think Barkley would go because Barkley's sort of less sausage dog, more hooligan. But Porter, not a chance. Porter is the most pampered and pristine pooch of them all, and he would absolutely not go out in the rain. I remember one time, this is my favourite little anecdote because he's, oh, that's Ali's drone. I remember one time the weather was exceptionally bad outside. Look at them, little truff snuffs. Exceptionally bad outside. And the one thing about Porter is that he is good with his toilets. However, he was so adamant he wasn't going outside. And we don't obviously have puppy pads anymore. Puppy pads is very hard to say when your mouth is very frozen. But we didn't have any puppy pads. And so I had to get him a towel, and he had to pee on the towel, and he was like, "Mummy, oh my goodness, what is wrong with the world?" But yes, unfortunately, it has been probably the worst December for weather. In terms of temperature, it's been really warm. It's obviously really wet, which if it was freezing, would normally transpire as snow and frost and ice. We have barely had any of that this side of Christmas. I'm hoping in the run-up it might get a little bit better, a little bit more festive, but needless to say, I'm trying to enjoy the outdoors, but I definitely haven't been getting outdoors as much as I know is necessary for my own well-being, for how I feel in myself and that kind of thing, because really, it's just like, it's just, you know when like water sits in mud, it's the same in our garden at the moment, like my raised beds, it's just waterlogged, and just a lot of real, like, it's not the easiest to find the joy in it. As somebody who wrote a book about finding the joy in every season, there will always be those seasons and those times of years and those unexpected weathers and extended periods of time like we saw this summer. It has been a very strange year, and it's in those moments where you have to learn the most important like coping mechanisms and thoughts to feed yourself, because it's one of the things that I learned really early on with like my life coaching, and when I started a bit more like learning about myself. The most important lesson that I learned was that I am not my brain. If anyone has read Mo Gawdat's book, Soul for Happy, he calls he calls his brain Becky, because it gives him and his brain almost like two different personas. Because I remember not realizing that the thoughts that are served to me, I don't have to accept as my thoughts. So say I wake up in the morning and I look out the window and I'm like, God, what a miserable day. Or God, this is such a rubbish day, I'm going to hate everything about it. It's just not the day that I was planning for, which is so easy. It's so easy to go there. And I'm not going to say that my brain doesn't automatically go there. That's the thing, it does. But it's having the consciousness with the way that you think to be able to go, okay, so it's not the day that you hoped for, but you can still have a really good day. It's just a different day. Because imagine if all of the days were the days that you wanted. You'd then get bored of them and you'd look forward to days like this. So you've got to have these days and these more grey and dark and perceived as miserable days, to appreciate the days when it's bright and sparkly and frosty and cold. You've got to have them. And that is me consciously telling my brain what I want to think and therefore how I want to feel. And this is the thing that I find a lot. Obviously I always kind of centre it around my job, because it's definitely a space where we're all learning about things that we're thinking and thoughts that we have and blah blah blah. You know, I've had it where I've maybe watched people's content or been served someone's content that I don't usually follow, and instantly I'll be like, oh, like I don't know what words to potentially say, but you know, oh God, that person just so up themselves or whatever. And I have to be conscious in my brain to be able to say, but what if it's not that they're so full of themselves? What if it's that they're just really proud of themselves and they've never had anyone telling them that they're proud of them, so they've got to be the person that tells themselves that they're proud because nobody else is doing it for them. And instantly your thought processes and the way you feel about people and the judgments that you make, like the sting is taken out of them, and you end up living a life where you feel a lot more like positivity, a lot more good thoughts, a lot more good energy. And it's not easy because we can all fall into the trap, but what you can do is be more conscious of it, and becoming more conscious of it really does make you a better person. And it's why even when people like now, you know, people will say things about me and they'll say things about my family, they'll say things about my relationships, it's so much easier for me to be like, it's okay, because maybe that person's never experienced that, or maybe that person just doesn't know that they don't have to think like that. And that instantly gives me the calm and less of the feelings of, gosh, why would someone be so horrible to me? And it instantly takes the sting out of it. And those are the thoughts that I have consciously chosen. It's one of those things that has, I'm sorry, I'm like tossing you around in my arms like a bloomin' football, but it's bloody hard holding this camera. I need one of those selfie sticks. But yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, I know that there'll be so many of you watching this being like, yes, Lydia, we know, we've listened to those books and blah, blah, blah. There's so many people nowadays that don't. And I'm not saying that I'm the great messiah, and I'm not telling you this because I want you to think that I'm like some superior being. I actually just want you guys to experience the goodness that brought into my life, and how much more positive and how much kinder I was to people. Because it's a little sheep's bottom, Porty. Yeah, it just made me a lot kinder to people. I also stay away from people when I'm grumpy as well. I'm just like, yeah, they don't need to like see me when I'm like that as well. So if I am just having a bad day and I'm not able to be a bit more conscious with my thoughts, I give myself the time to be a little bit more alone and, you know, not with people, because I know that that's not my best foot forward. And it's about knowing the space. Like if I'm in a really bad mood, I don't go online. Honestly, I do not go online. It's not good. It's not a good look for me. I haven't showered yet. I've had a lay-in because it's our work Christmas party tonight, and we're opening up some things that have arrived today, so bear with me. But Mr. Millen just went ahead and opened up one that has arrived for the dogs.
It's actually addressed to Porty and Barky.
It's addressed to you! Where is it? Where have you put it? Oh, there.
I moved it over there, yeah. Goes away from address.
So it's from the Laughing Dog Food Company, and this is Ali's idea of heaven.
Well,
for giving to the dogs.
Yeah, I was going to say for giving to the, not for me.
This is your happy place.
Ready?
You're a feeder. Oh wow.
Chewy boosts.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh, they've got little mince pies.
Yeah. And if they need little zoomies, then they can have them. Cheesy but oh my god, they'll die for those.
Yeah, don't say the cheese word.
The cheese ducks, the
oh,
cheese
they're going to be
ducks.
so happy, and they're going to be so chunky.
They're at night, so these are the nighttime treats.
Lovely. Oh, not for this one.
These are for in the
You're not
middle of
allowed
the day.
treats.
Fish and tricks. Perfect.
Perfect.
Now, who actually sent these?
Oh, Lumi, you are
Jealous.
jealous.
To discover the natural world of laughing dog food, visit laughingdogfood.com. So it's a dog bakery. It hasn't been signed by anybody, so it could be from them direct, or it could be from a friend.
Oh,
Happy
nothing in the
Christmas,
car. Oh. By the way, I do have to say, it's not that we don't give Lumi treats because she's not allowed them because we're just horrible parents. She's not allowed them because she had pancreatitis. And she, obviously, it can mess her tummy up a little bit.
Macarons.
Get away from the flowers, please. That's where we have problems.
You boys, spoiled.
Spoiled. And I have had
a very wonderful delivery from the Beauty Pie team. These are some flowers and a little vase to go in it from Grace and Thorn. And then they've also sent me what I believe is their Christmas candle. And I have not smelt this year. Let me have a whiff.
You are spoiled, Porter. Yes, you were.
Oh, what does that smell like? Oh my gosh. It smells like pomegranate noir.
Oh yeah, it does. Lovely.
Wow, that is identical to pomegranate noir. So if you want a little pomegranate noir-y, by the way, if you hear banging, the bed is going in the spare bedroom, and the curtains and the cushions. So exciting.
You love them tonight.
And hopefully as well, my dress has arrived for the work Christmas party as well. This is Rebecca Valance, and my Teresa order is lost somewhere, so none of my dresses have arrived, I know. None of my other dresses have arrived, so I'm going to try this one on, although I don't know if it fits. I might have been a little bit overzealous. Anyway, oh, and also, my goodness me, I might unbox this in here. And I hope that Carolina Herrera don't mind me unboxing this in my... Oh, do you know what? You are really mucky. Porty, not for you, my love. Not for you. Away. No. No, my love. No. No. If ever there was an advert for the laughingdogfood.com, this tail is it. No, Porter, you are actually on a little bit of a diet at the moment because... Come on, we'll put them away because it's not fair on you. But Porter is on a little bit of a diet at the moment. No crying, my love, no crying, please. We'll put them away. I know. As I was saying, Porter is on a little bit of a diet at the moment because with the weather, sausage dogs don't like going out in the mud and the cold. Oh my goodness me, how did you get your snoot all the way up there? Away, come on. And so he's actually been putting on a little bit of timber because it's been so wet. I am now washed. I've just put the biggest layer of the Elizabeth Arden Ceramide Day Cream because I want glowy skin. And considering I got back at 3 last night, I don't think I look so bad. I'm trying to keep my voice down because Ali is filming. He's got sponsorship to film because the seamstress has come today and fitted a number of the pieces for the front guest bedroom. Oh my gosh, looks incredible. There's a few little tweaks that I might make, but like, I'm so happy. The curtains are unreal. Also, a dress has arrived that I ordered from Net-a-Porter. I'm going to try it on with you. So I've got an option, but also I've just managed to get my grubby little mitts on the Nadine Marabi Kimberly dress, which is what I originally wanted to wear this evening. It's currently on its way to me now. It is a size too big, but I don't know if you remember a few years ago when I bought a few Nadine Marabi pieces. Their extra small is actually quite small on me, so I'm hoping that it fits because it's gorgeous. It's got this diamante neckline, cute little puff skirt. It's wonderful, but the dress that I've got from Rebecca Valance, it's pearls, it's gorgeous. I obviously didn't get around to opening the Carolina Herrera parcel. It's so pretty, and I know some people like this kind of thing. If you don't like new in stuff, fast forward. I hope they don't mind me doing this whilst I'm looking like an absolute like pre-Christmas party mole, but it was just so special that I wanted to open it with you because this red packaging is something else, and you know I love Carolina Herrera as a brand. How cute is that? Bright red little... Oh my goodness. What is inside? I hear thee ask, because it's rustling. Oh wow. A little bit of Good Girl from Carolina Herrera. I would say that this is one of my favourite like mainstreams. If you want something that smells expensive but is like a more mass market fragrance, Good Girl is always one to go with. This is the original, which you can never go wrong with the classics is all I'm saying. And then we have a number, oh my goodness me, a number of
Carolina Herrera products, which I don't have time to get into because I need to get the table dressings finished. I've got 3 candelabras, one I've not even put together, and all of the ribbon, and I've got 3 hours until we're leaving. I think someone said that it looks like something from the Addams Family, and I'm like, you're not wrong, but that's not the vision. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit of the vision when we get there.
Everything glistens and everything's bright. Everyone's happy, the spirits are light. I am sitting here thinking, alone with my drink, as I do this time of the year. Do you remember when love was around? When we
Good
were
evening, everyone.
alone.
Hair and makeup is done, and you can't even see me, but I need to get my I need to get highlighter on. Nadine Marabi has arrived, and I think we have a winner. Oh! Okay, so I've not actually shown you the other dress yet because Nadine Marabi have absolutely pulled it out of the bag. Like, look at this dress, look at that neckline. Oh my goodness, the velvet is spectacular. Now I thought about potentially doing a bow, but I think I'm going diamonds instead because this is like my dream outfit. I don't think I've felt this lovely since last week when I put on the Dior dress. But that's too dressy for this. So yeah, tights, Calcedonia, dress Nadine Marabi, shoe clips are Emmy London, shoes are Manolo Blahnik, Minnie Kelly, earrings are vintage, and fragrance is Erin Ambrette de Noir. There is nothing like Erin with a black velvet dress. And when I tell you, I've just said this on my TikTok, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but like, you're not going to smell many people wearing this, okay? But when you smell a woman wearing this fragrance, you are like, that woman has taste beyond anything I have experienced, because this fragrance is like nothing I have ever smelled. It's a little bit smoky, it's a little bit sweet, it's deep and warm and full of amber, but it's got this like chocolatiness to it. I'm probably making it up completely, but that's what I get from this fragrance. I love it, and that is why there is literally nothing left. So, on that note, I shall douse myself in it. Perfecto. Now, I need to pack my bag, and we need to go. I haven't shown you the other dress yet, but I will do, I promise. Is it, am I suit? I went for onion suit.
Hey guys. Lovely. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, there's quite a lot. It is quite a few spread through the tables.
No, the boys are not that clever. I got a Birkin for Secret Santa.
A question. There's no one here.
My friends, I've got 4 turkeys here.
Turkey, you're stealing Anna's, aren't you?
Oh yeah. So
turkey here on Christmas Day.
40.
King 40.
King 40.
Is that like, I don't know that one, is that sort of cryptic and like, is the answer to the baby Jesus?
Yeah. The king of everyone.
Is he finished? Have you finished, James?
Well, I've tried ones I knew.
Oh.
Oh, it's only 3. I don't know why I'm making that joke because I haven't got any yet. I'm not sure. Even reindeers, I don't even know all of them. I don't know Rudolph. Dasher.
Oh, I do know that one.
I'm giving the answers out.
Yeah. Well, that's... Oh, it's chilly.
There's a whole lot of chapel down in there, apparently.
It's going up my skirt, it's fine.
It's going up her skirt.
Boys, what cigars are you on?
A Monte Cristo number 5.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show Lydia's wonderful audience.
Very nice.
Ah.
How long has he had? Which one?
But Alfini.
No.
Alfie level.
Right, boys, you all need to drink up a little bit more.
James is like very fucking.
James, I don't want to be on all this.
We'll finish everything.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's that? The 1907.